Hey y'all, it's Brandon with Voodoo Forge, and I've got a few welders in the shop. I've got my first welder, which is an older Miller 130 XP, which is a little wire machine, and I got it years ago, and I used it for a lot of things. I used it as a MIG with shielding gas and everything. Well, I hadn't used it in a long time. I got bigger welders, but it occurred to me that it wouldn't hurt to have a MIG machine, or not a MIG, but a machine that was running flux core wire, so I wouldn't have to use shielding gas, and I could use it outside without having to worry about shielding gas. It's a 110 machine, so I can just plug it in anywhere, so I can use it on the job site without any problem. It would just be handy to have that machine going again. And I thought it would make a cool video of me kind of going through and making sure it worked and getting it working again. Okay, well, I'm going to tell you. I made the video, I'm putting the video up, I edited the video, and it almost put me to sleep. So, this is not an exciting video. This is me tinkering with a welder and talking to myself for over 10 minutes. So, if you don't want to see that, just dip out now. Just go, because that's what it is. I'm not gonna lie to you. But anyway, here we go. Well, there she is. She's been under a tablecloth for at least a couple of years now, and man, it's pretty gross anyway. Let's get over here on the table. In there. Oh boy. Yeah, that's going to be one problem right there. Honestly, I don't even remember what I was doing with this machine last. I think I might have converted it over to just run flux core anyway. And yeah, here's some Harbor Freight flux core wire just dangling down there. This is it is not, however, set up for flux core because of this, and there needs to be a larger spool here somewhere. Is it down here? Yep. There we go. Well, first thing, start getting this thing clean. Of course, there's going to be dirt dauber nest in it, because we're in Tennessee. Pull this out a little. Actually, for sitting as long as it has been, it's pretty daggone clean. What we're doing here is these the polarity has to be swapped. Okay, so you don't take those all the way out. The polarity has to be swapped to run a machine that's it's a different polarity for MIG or flux. So where it's straight polarity, or I'm sorry, reverse polarity for it's reverse polarity for MIG. For flux, it needs to be straight polarity. So we're gonna swap her over by moving these handy dandy little guys around here. Maybe easier said than done. This was not built for people with hands like mine. There we go. Okay, well, that's good to go. I think putting everything on in the right order. That needs to go way in. That might be a little too tight. That seems about right. This is new. I hadn't tried this before. This is Kiswell welding wire. This is 0.030 flux core wire. And you know, flux core wire is a 10-pound spool. Normally flux core wire is like $80 for a 10-pound spool. Well, I was looking around on the interwebs and found this for about $40. So, it's made in the USA. I have not done a lot of research on this company. It's made in the USA. I did look at the company's website, and they have a lot of partners in other places. So I cannot guarantee this is an American company, but apparently this wire right here comes from Kentucky. So, which was it running? Yeah. I always love this Miller wire retention system. It's just simple and beautiful. Okay, where did the wire go? Do here, clip our wire, run it past our feeder wheel here into our liner. Get all this old paper off. Alright, well, it's got new wire in there. Next thing I'm seeing right off the bat is I stole the ground off of this. And I bought another ground for it. I think this is some Harbor Frost stuff. But I never put it on. Oh, you're just too big. I'm not going to change that connector. I'm just going to drill it out. Alright, there we go. Drilled right out. Our new ground down. This is, of course, not imperative end of the world stuff. I'm going to take some electrical tape and tape it down through here to the handle. Definitely gives it a little more strength, or retains it better, I suppose. Alright. Okay, nozzle here, thread zone. I don't particularly like that style, they're more expensive. The tip does not look bad, so we will leave that little guy in there. At least see what it'll do. Moment of truth here. I think it kicks on okay. Turn the wire speed all the way up. Well, it's running wire off the spool. There she is. Alright. Well, we've established she'll come on and the wire will feed. Let's see how it welds. It's only a 110 welder, so you're not going to be able to do a whole lot with it. Turn my wire speed up and ground it directly to what I'm welding for. Way too slow and not hot. Turn that up a little bit. Oh yeah, that's that old nasty flux core. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna take a little getting this stuff. You know what, they're not terrible for a 110 machine. It is not terrible. So I guess mission accomplished. We've gotten this old girl, the little Millermatic 130 XP, back ready to go. Okay, if you're still here, I told you at the beginning of the video exactly what this was, so don't get mad at me. I'm impressed. I'm impressed you're here with me. But that little machine, I don't know if I would say I'm nostalgic about it, but that's what I used for a couple of 3 years when I first started. Did a lot of projects with that. I made a lot of money with that machine, so I'm glad to have it going. Just because it's so handy. I'll be able to use it on the job site easier and stuff, like I said. But also a little 110 flux core machine. A lot of people get those. You know, they usually don't get a Miller, but you know, the Harbor Freight and things like that. You know, you can get some fairly inexpensive 110 flux core machines. Now, you don't need to weld on a trailer hitch with them because they just do not burn in deep. But you can get a lot done with them. So I'm going to use this in some projects to show people what, you know, that you can do some things with some entry level equipment. I used it on the horseshoe projects that I did in the back there. I'll put a link to that, the little thing that goes up there. So anyway, yeah, I know it was a boring video. Every day in the shop is not exciting. As a matter of fact, most days are like this. So, but I'll have some better content coming to you soon. Hand to God, I promise. All right, y'all behave yourselves.